Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this week's Facebook Live, where we're talking about being addicted to the doing. And as two, I'm going to put my hand up and say recovering doing addicts, we're really interested in what's going on. We first heard this term, I know it's probably been around for a while, but we're on a group coaching call last week with a teacher of ours. And it really got me thinking, Fee, what is going on when we think about this addiction to being a doer?
Yes, yeah. This struck such a strong chord. This keeping myself busy, the always having a never-ending to-do list. I'm so valuable because I've got so much to do. It kind of feeds into this whole piece about my worth, and that I'm a good person if I'm really, really busy. And this notion about hard work. Hard work equals success and very often compromise. And that's a belief that can be running for many of us who feel as though there's never enough time to get it all done. So I'm really curious as we unpack, what's going on here and how we might deal with this one.
Yeah, and of course, it kind of revealed itself as we were unpacking a belief for me, right? Which was, success requires hard work and compromise, which deeply wired into my life cycle. I'd suggest my family coding as well. And I think this piece of, how is all the doing serving us, right? Yes, I'm putting my hand up to be involved in everything. Yes, 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 yes. It really circles into, our Yes Girl Facebook Live that we've done, which is I keep saying yes. I keep wanting to be involved in the whole fear of missing out, all the stuff that plays into why we say yes and why we find it hard to say no. But I think this one goes a little bit deeper and probably cuts a little bit closer to the bone in terms of, what's driving us to be in the doing. And in our experience, often it's around distracting yourself from other things that perhaps aren't playing out the way that you would like them to. So if I keep myself really busy, either at work or with family, with friends, then there is not the space and the time for me to have that beautiful kind of open thinking, musing kind of time. And if I don't have that time, then perhaps the lid on Pandora's box stays shut, and I don't have to perhaps look at some of the things, maybe the uncomfortable things that are really going on.
Yes, yeah, those underlying beliefs, the things that we sometimes are unconscious to, we aren't used to examining them. But if we actually give ourselves a little bit of space and time, it's almost inevitable that we're going to have to face some things that maybe we've been trying to avoid, and that can feel uncomfortable. What we know about this is that it takes a certain level of confidence, right? To be able to want to lean in, to give ourselves permission to actually look at what's going on beneath the surface of that addicted doing mentality of that, I've always got to be on, I've always got to be available, I've always got to be achieving something. And it's an interesting one because if we did give ourselves space and time, we might actually discover that, yes, there are things we need to examine and look at. And certainly that can be challenging, but maybe there's a lot of joy. Maybe there's actually this space and time you're talking about, this, being present in the moment, being available to what's happening right now. We know that that's often that beautiful source of creativity, of inspiration, of, innovation and ideas spring from that place where we're not constrained by a whole pressure of doing. So I'm excited for what it might mean if we were prepared to go there.
Yeah, I think the other piece here is that, it's really easy to believe our stories, right? Which is, I am really busy. This is all really important, and feel really good about ourselves, and kind of link it into this proving ourselves. I notice, and I was on a group coaching call with my clients last week. And, I said to one of my clients, when is enough, right? When have you proved yourself? Why do you keep having to say yes to everything? You're well respected in the organization. Senior stakeholders have you in the pipeline for talent. At what point is enough? And when is it that we're actually going to be able to be okay with, I guess, the level of contribution that we're making, and stop needing to prove our place in the system, in the team. And so I think that circles back to confidence as well, right? It's confidence to lean into the tough stuff, there's no question. But it's also confidence to go, you know what, I'm doing enough and I don't need to keep proving myself. I don't need to keep getting gold stars every day of the week. I know from my own self-belief, my own feedback, that I'm doing a good job.
Mm. Yeah, that's such a lovely reframe and such a powerful place to come from. And I think, as we think about, if you are, if this is resonating with you and you recognize yourself as one of, in our club of addicted doers, I think there's a really big opportunity here. This exploration of why you're doing it, get clear, get some clarity around what's going on, what might be happening for you that means you're in this ever, it's an ongoing spiral. You can never get out of it unless you're prepared to examine what's going on. So definitely encourage you to think about that and to give yourself the gift of a little bit of space and time to just start to examine what's going on. Because even though that might feel like you're opening Pandora's box, what we've seen is for so many, women we've worked with, and my own story, and I think for you too, Kate, is there's so much gold in there. Yes, there's things to recognize that maybe feel uncomfortable. And oh my goodness, all the things, all the great things we discover about ourselves, all the, the qualities that we've almost been pushing down because we don't have time for them. They're available to us when we prepared to, get that clarity and see what's going on.
Yeah, no question, it's confronting. We see it when we do the Acts of Confidence program. Week ones get clear, and we see people really kind of almost contract at the, I guess, the insight or the reflection that, oh goodness, where are we going? We're about to open some doors to some stuff. And here's the truth, be right, it's time to open the doors. Because in the words of Glennon Doyle, what's better, comfortable truths or uncomfortable lies? No, uncomfortable truths or comfortable lies. And so I think the thing with the addicted doing, trust your instincts. If it's about distraction and staying away from what feels uncomfortable. And so if that's true, then, start to just pay attention to what's the driving force. For what purpose is the coaching question we often ask, and at what cost? And I think if you use that question to start to dig below, what is the driving force, you'll get some insights. And of course, if you need some help, please reach out. We know starting on this journey can be incredibly difficult, and we're here to support you. So if you enjoyed today or any of our other confidence conversations, please share it with your network or send it to someone who may resonate. There's plenty of us out there. And if you'd like to go deeper with your confidence conversations, please visit our website, coreconfidence.com.au.